Well, as promised, here I am. Gonna give you my story in pieces, I guess, because I'm old. 51. As promised, I'm going to tell my story without holding back because my biggest asset is my past because it shaped me into the person I am today. So let me give you one part of my life that definitely affects me today, affects my kids, even though they're grown today. So on December 25th, 2009, I was dating somebody who I knew for my whole life, but he was totally lying to me. Please don't come at me in the comments because he was married, but lied to me. Ladies, don't believe him, okay? I would never do that again. Not only because of it's just immorally wrong, just I would never do that again because I wouldn't want it done to me. And I'm so sorry I did that. Definitely learned my lesson in a big way. So he told me he was sleeping on the couch, that their relationship was over. You know, the typical lie that cheating husbands tell us women. I'm going to try to make this very long, crazy story short. So, in a nutshell, he had been taking some things that he shouldn't have and was quite delusional. And I was like babysitting him Christmas Eve. I just wanted him to go home. Well, he finally went home, and it was like 4 in the morning, I believe, so technically Christmas Day. I woke up early. I had wrapped the gifts the night before, Christmas Eve, for the children, and the kids were up early, and their dad decided to come get them early for his visit, and I had started my sauce for lasagna. So my husband, we're still married actually. We just never got divorced. We've been married for 26 something years. Yeah, 26 and a half years, I believe. I don't plan on getting remarried. I don't plan on getting divorced. I don't plan on dating anybody. And when you hear about my life, you'll see why. But, okay. So, my husband comes to get the kids earlier than planned, and I was okay with that because they were driving me nuts at the time. He pulls up, he comes inside, we're speaking while the kids are upstairs getting their things together for Dad's house. And we're standing in my living room, and in my living room was a doorway, like kind of like the window frame behind me. And I had just like leaned my head slightly on the door frame. With that, I heard pow 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 pow. And I felt like somebody hit me with hot glass. I kept checking my face. Am I bleeding? I was asking my husband, am I bleeding? And then the room filled with smoke. I was shot. The bullet didn't go inside my skin, but it grazed my face. Thank God I moved my head, but I would be dead. I definitely would not be here. Thank God my children were upstairs. I guess my instinct was to scream, get down, get down. My husband and I are looking all around the room behind the TV. Where's the smoke coming from? And I'm still like grabbing my face, like what just happened? So I decided to go outside. I knew the noise came from outside. Go outside to see, is there anyone out there? Sure, of course, the nosy neighbors are all out there. One in particular who was like diagonal from my home. I kind of knew him. He was an acquaintance. I felt comfortable about asking him what just happened. And he said, you want to ask your boyfriend with that little silver car. And I know who he was talking about. I'm not going to say names on here. But if you know, you know. And I don't give a shit if they're watching because I've held back my story for many years. I'm not doing it anymore. I don't care. Whose feelings get hurt by me telling my story because there's going to be a lot of characters in my story. I can't do that anymore. I'm running out of time here and I need to do this. So, I was in shock. Like, what do you mean, my boyfriend? I really just could not believe what I was hearing. Well, it turns out he was not lying. And that day, I mean, I can't blame my husband at all for doing this. He took my kids and did not give them back. I mean, if I were in his shoes, I would have done the same exact thing. Thank God we speak today. My children, well, listen, I have a crazy story. So my daughter lives with me, but that's a whole nother story because she's not with me right now. She is incarcerated. That's a whole nother story. She is a domestic violence survivor, and she's sitting in a jail cell right now for the next 60 something days. We'll get into that though, not in this video though. So if you really want to know about all of these things, you just keep coming back and let me know. Let me know if you what you want to know about, if you have questions or whatever. But oh, and here's a very interesting part of this story. The person that I was dating was a former police officer. Yes, a police officer did this. Sure did. And I don't know. It affects me and my kids. It definitely affected my kids because they were ripped apart from their mom. I am all they knew for, that first. My daughter was 9 at the time. My son was 7. Obviously, it affects me really, really badly because my relationship with my children was never the same again after that. It never will be. I will say this. Anybody out there, mom, dad, whoever, do not ever put anything or anyone before your children because that will destroy them. I'm not saying that I put this man before my children, but I should have known better. I definitely should have never pursued somebody who was married. I mean, I did, in all fairness, I did not know that he was married right away when we started talking again. But also he did lie to me. And, his wife might actually end up seeing this one day because we all kind of like, how the social media is where things pop up and this one and that one. So they may actually see this. And I mean, I'm truly sorry for doing that. I really would never do that again. I would never want that done to me. I know it affected their daughter. I would never ever do that again. And I wish I could take it back because that day destroyed my family. It destroyed my family. And I know that it destroyed their family too. So, moral of the story, I would say right now with this little part of my story, do not be a homewrecker. Do not date somebody who's married, no matter what they're telling you, because more than likely what they're telling you isn't true. I just concentrate on your family. That's it. Your family, and that is it. I'm older now. This happened a long time ago, like I said, 2009. I have not dated anybody since 2016 because I am helping my daughter get through what she's going through. And she is back in my life and she lives with me. I have a grandson and I don't care about anything else in this world right now except for my kids and my grandson. And I mean that. I don't want to date anybody. I don't want any of that. I'm running out of time here. I have like 20 seconds left. So if you want to hear more, come back. And this is me. So this is me. I did not do this for a very long time because of my lack of self-esteem. But it is what it is. This is me. This is what you get.